This is what I need. Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amelia, and you are watching my video. I feel like I was about to do that Disney thing, like, my name is so-and-so and you're watching the Disney Channel. Yeah, I was about to do that. Alright, so I'm here to give you my tips and tricks on writing, blogging, and productivity to help you live a more successful and happier life. I say that because I really do want you to live a happier, more successful life than what I'm doing right now. So, like, in all honesty. Today's been kind of a really weird day for me. It's been rough. It's been a really rough day. I think I struggle a lot with becoming overwhelmed and stressed by things, so I thought today would be a good day to give you a video on how to overcome burnout, not stress. I don't know how to tell you how to get over stress because I can't get over stress, okay? Like, I will never succeed on that, but I can tell you how to overcome feeling burnt out due to stress or being overwhelmed or whatever. So, I'm just gonna hop right into it. A lot of people have asked me before, like, you know, like, what even causes burnout? Like, if you're gonna solve burnout, you should probably know what the causes for burnout, of burnout, whatever. You need to know what the causes are. So, my main causes of burnout, personally, are being overworked, having a lack of, like, passion for what I'm working on, and extreme stress. I guess stress and being overwhelmed can kind of go hand in hand, but those are the things that really bother me when it comes to burnout. So, yeah. Right, Tim? Tim's here. He's agreeing, and he would love it if you liked the video and subscribed. Again, for this video, I really wanted to go over my ways that I help to cure burnout, and the reason I'm doing this today of all days is because I'm super stressed, and I don't want burnout to necessarily come after me. So, yes, here we are, trying not to be so stressed and sad. Alright, so the first thing that I do to overcome burnout once I'm already burnt out, or if I know I'm going to be burnt out soon, is I try to wake up early and plan for my day. Now, I do this pretty much every day. Not always the waking up early thing, but I do plan for my day pretty much every day. I always have a list. I always have, you know, some kind of, planned out hour by hour schedule of some sort. I am a huge sucker for schedules. Now, I know not everybody is, but I do think that there is a lot of great benefits to waking up really early and planning your day accordingly. I've found that when I'm burnt out, I will try to sleep in, or I will try to ignore like all of my to-do list, and I won't do any of it, and that just makes me feel worse. For me, burnout often comes in a similar vein as depression or depressive episodes would, so like I handle both poorly, and I'm often sleeping in, not eating well, and not really taking care of all my chores, tasks, whatever. So something that I found really helps is just waking up early, you know, getting out a piece of paper or getting on your phone, like not right after you wake up, but at some point, and really thinking about what you want to accomplish in the day and really writing that out so that way you are prepared later. You know, my background is like super colorful. I originally wanted to stand for this video because I hate sitting sometimes, but I'd have to hold the camera the entire time because my tripod is not tall enough. And I have things that I could stand the tripod on, but I'm so worried that it'll just fall. Number 2, do something that you love. For me, that is probably the best way to overcome burnout or to overcome the feelings of being stressed or being really upset. Like, doing something I love is what really makes me feel better about my day. It makes me feel like I'm not wasting my time, and it makes me feel less overwhelmed with work because I'm doing something that isn't related to work, if that makes sense. So when I say do something you love, that could be anything. For my boyfriend, he likes to make little model tanks, or he likes to play video games. For me, that can come in the form of reading, it can come in the form of journaling, working on my blog, writing, or doing YouTube. Because I'm serious, this brings me a lot of joy. Mostly the editing. If I'm being honest, I love the editing more than I like this. I think I just like to be stressed, honestly. But hey. Number 3, going for a walk outside. Just going outside, breathing that fresh air, going on a walk, and really clearing your mind of everything that's kind of torn you down to this point. I mean, in burnout, you're usually like, you're at a really low point. You don't want to work, you don't want to do anything, you're stuck in bed, you may not want to take care of yourself, and I found that just going for a walk and getting out of your house, getting away from your problems in like a weird physical kind of, stance, it's super helpful. It's so great to kind of pretend all your worries are back home or at the office or wherever you work, and just walking somewhere in a park or by a body of water or just somewhere where you can be alone and with your thoughts and just kind of calm down and be at one with the universe. As weird and spiritually guru-ish as that sounds, I'm serious. Going out for a walk has helped me so much, and I am one who normally when I'm burnt out or when I'm overwhelmed, stressed, sad, whatever, I tend to just bundle up in my covers at home, even in mid-afternoon, and just sleep. And I've found that overcoming that lack of motivation and just going out anyway, like, it recharges me so much more than like this candy bar, which hasn't really recharged me, but believe me, it's made me very happy. So number 4 is to utilize time blocking. Now, if you know me, I'm all about productivity. I'm all about like going out there, being successful, making that bank, and whatever the kids say these days, just living life, doing it well, not living life poorly, as we all do. My student debt is killing me. Anyway, utilizing time blocking is a really great way to feel productive and to feel like you're actually getting something done, even if you might not be actually getting something done. So for me, time blocking, especially when I'm burnt out, might not involve work at all. What I end up doing is I time block as in like, okay, I'm going to read for an hour, I'm going to exercise for 30 minutes, I'm going to meditate for 30 minutes, I'm going to, make some banana bread for like an hour or so. Like, just kind of like going through and like blocking out hours of your day for specific activities. Now, I don't do all these back to back. I usually leave like 30 minutes to an hour in between each task, and I can decide whether I want to start or whether I want to relax for a bit, maybe watch YouTube, Netflix, whatever. But utilizing time blocking is a way to kind of encourage yourself to really follow those to-do list items that you put on your to-do list in the morning. Something that people have told me that they've struggled with is actually doing what's on their to-do list. I have a friend who is like, I can make a to-do list every single day. I can make tons of things and like put them in line and order, whatever. I can make a to-do list and I will not follow it. I can't stick to it. And I think time blocking is a really great way to help you stick to your lists, because then you're blocking out chunks of your day for those items. It's kind of like when, you're like, oh, let's go on a date at 2:30, and then, you know that at 2:30 you're going on a date. Just kind of like, I have a date with my banana bread at 2:30. That's what's going to happen. And you just got to think about it like that. I seriously want another chocolate. I'm going to eat it. I shouldn't be eating so much chocolate, but I had a really hard morning. It was really rough. So, number 5 is to make plans for your days and your weeks. So, this would sound strange. I'm not telling you to plan out all of your days and all of your weeks, but what I'm saying is to give yourself something to do. Give yourself a reason to get out of the house other than for work. Give yourself a reason to be active other than for your job or to go get gas or groceries or whatever you're doing. Like, literally make plans that have nothing to do with what originally caused your burnout. So I can get burnout really easily after writing a lot on my blog or YouTubing or whatever I do. And even though I love it, it can burn me out a lot. So what I have to do is find a way to make plans for something else that's fun that has nothing to do with those work-related things. So for me, that could be hanging out with a friend or going on a date with Matt. It could be watching a movie, but I make plans. So like, for example, tomorrow at the moment, things are changing. This is partly why I'm stressed. But tomorrow, a plan for me and Matt was to go on a date to Michigan City. That's a big thing that we want to do tomorrow, and we planned this a while back. And so when it comes to like making plans, really helps you to feel like you have something to look, it's not even feel, but like it helps you have something to look forward to. and it helps you to become more, I don't know, aware of what your responsibilities are, what your fun activities are, and like what you have, you know, to do within your day, or what you have to look forward to is like literally my best example. I think I've already said that, but you know, that's kind of how it is for me. I found that by making plans, like for myself when I feel burnt out, I know that sounds so silly and backwards, but when you make plans for yourself that have nothing to do with work or what caused you the initial stress, overwhelming burnout to begin with, it definitely gives you something like a light to look forward to, and it makes it feel a little bit better. I don't know if any of that made sense. Number 6, you have to understand that overworking and lack of passion are what brought you here. Sometimes stress, but mostly just being overwhelmed with the amount of work that you've had, or just feeling like you're not as passionate about the things that you loved, or you just don't care about a certain project or whatever you're doing. You have to understand that those are the things that brought you to this point to where you are burnt out. By understanding that, you can learn to avoid those things in the future. I have a blog post that I can link below, and it's pretty much the same things here, except I also include what to do to prevent burnout, and that's in the blog post. But yeah, it's more than just, you know, what can I do once I'm burnt out. It's also understanding how to prevent it next time, and to know that it's not you that's a terrible person. It's not your fault that you feel overwhelmed or stressed. It's a lot of outside circumstances, and you just have to understand that it has nothing to do with you as much as it has to do with what's physically and mentally capable of any human being. It's totally normal, and it's okay to feel burnt out. It just means that you might have bitten off more than you can chew, and it's totally fixable, and it's not the end of the world. Number 7 is to give yourself 3 daily goals to accomplish. This kind of goes with my first, tip, but having 3 daily goals, if you can't plan out your whole day, I found is super productive, and it makes you feel better, because 3 goals in 24 hours, well, less depending on how much you sleep, you know, it's if you sleep at all, okay, but 3 goals is very doable, achievable. For me, sometimes my 3 goals, like I'll tell you my today's goals, my 3 goals were to go grocery shopping, to blog, and to work on YouTube. And I have done all but grocery shopping. I was going to do it earlier, and like I said, a lot of things happened today. I got very stressed, but we move. You know, grocery shopping will still get done. I will still achieve my 3 goals, no matter how difficult the day tries to become. But when you're burnt out, I know that it can be hard to even do one of those goals. And the idea of setting 3 for yourself is so that way, even if you have like 10 tasks to do in one day, you pick 3. You only have to do 3. And if you don't get to the other 10, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with not getting to everything. You're not expected to be perfect all the time, so you don't have to get everything done. That can roll over to another day, or another day. The idea is eventually you'll finish it, I suppose, if you're doing 3 tasks every day. But, you know, it's just some way to kind of calm yourself down and to make sure that you can actually feel the achievement and the success once you've done those 3 tasks. It's such a great feeling when you're burnt out, knowing that you actually did something when you didn't want to. So my final tip is to spend time reflecting on what makes you happy. So I also have a blog post about journaling, and this is how I reflect. I reflect by journaling and writing down my thoughts and expressing to my loved ones or just to myself about what what I was grateful for that day. And I started doing this, gosh, sometime in January, I believe. I've journaled before, but I started really writing down a gratitude list maybe once a week at least since January, and I found that it's really helped my mental health, and it's really helped my ability to feel like I'm actually doing well in this life thing that people try to do. Like, gosh, life is the hardest game I have ever played. Seriously. But I found that writing a gratitude list and journaling about what makes me happy, it just, the act of doing so makes me happy. And then I can look back, and when I'm sad, I can think, oh, you know, reading that book made me happy. I'm gonna go do it again. Or, oh, seeing my friends made me happy. I'm gonna call someone real quick and just see if they're free. You know, it's a nice way to kind of find a way to escape all the calamity that comes from being burnt out or feeling overwhelmed or stressed or sad or scared or whatever. You know, it's just a great way to kind of come back to that wholesomeness that you so desire. Alright, well, thank you for watching this video. I hope that it helps you to overcome your burnout. I know that it can be a really stressful thing to do, and that preventing it is probably a little bit not a little bit easier, but it's smarter than waiting until it gets here, but we can't all prevent it when burnout comes upon us. It just does. I made this video today because I am a little worried of my own potential burnout because I had a mental break today. Hey, it happens. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you want more videos like this on productivity or writing, blogging, whatever, because I write about those things, you can check out my blog, or you can subscribe and I will be creating more content very similar to this. Also, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and check me out on Instagram because I want to do more Q&As and like really see what you guys want to talk about and watch, etc, etc, etc. So yeah, oh, and Tim gives you his best regards. So he hopes that you don't feel burnout for too long and that you don't ever feel burnout if you're watching this and you don't currently feel burnout. He's giving you good vibes is what he's trying to do. Sorry Tim, I translated that pretty bad. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day.